Hi again, folks. Welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. I am Xander. John is with me today to go through Celtic versus Falkirk. We'll go through the preview of that with a wee word on the Utrecht game, Celtic signings, or the lack of Celtic signings, shall we say, and everything else in between. Let's say hello to John. How are you today, John?
Aye, all right. Aye. I was actually just listening to the radio commentary of the Utrecht game there. Funny you mentioning that. That's how I was like getting on here to you. I'm just listening back to it on the BBC radio, you know what I mean? The commentary from Thursday night.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Something to do in it.
Yeah, sometimes the commentary is quite good, isn't it? Celtic clearly flying the flag for Scottish football yet again. Well, all the other clubs drop out. You know, it's just a pity that we're so poor in the league just now, and there's no signings as of yet. As of us speaking, no extra signings, shall I say, in the door as of yet. The competition for the correct score of the Falkirk game. Get your guess in for that, folks. Sunday 3:00 kickoff. One guess each into the comment section there. Correct score, Celtic versus comments for your league table, and the chance of the prize if you finish top that league table on your left hand side. Good luck everybody with that. Collins and John still sitting top of that table, and everybody else following below. So everybody else has to get their finger out and catch up with John and Collins. Good luck with that, everybody. We'll do a quick predictor, John, before we go any further. You okay with that?
Aye, okay.
Yeah, games kick off obviously in about 10 minutes. So quickly run through this, John. Right, Kilmarnock versus Aberdeen.
Is it at Kilmarnock's ground?
Yeah.
I'll go for a draw then. I'll go for 2 each.
2-1 to Aberdeen for me, that one. Livingston against Motherwell.
Motherwell, it's going to be Motherwell. Once it's a narrow win, I'll say 2-1 to Motherwell.
I'm going to go the draw there, John, because Livingston are really fighting for their life now, aren't they? I'll go to 1 each there. St Mirren against Dundee.
But Mirren are not the best right now, are they? I'll go for a Dundee win. Even though Sefco beat them last week 3-0. I'll go for a Dundee win, 1-0.
Yeah, St Mirren win for me, 2-0. And Dundee United against celebrate a draw against the 10-man Celtic Hearts.
That's a long way about that, isn't it? I'll go for. Look, I don't rate Dundee United. I really don't. I think they're quite a poor team, to be honest with you. I'll go for a Hearts win. I'm going to say 2-0 to Hearts.
Yeah, 2-1 to Dundee United for me in that one, John. That's just in hope more than anything else. Okay, into Sunday's fixtures, we have Hibs against the Rangers.
2-0 Rangers.
2-1 Hibs for me in that one after, it should have been a thumping against Porto for them, but they took the foot off the gas, didn't they, at 3-1. So I'll say, but it was a thumping nevertheless. I'll say that win for Hibs for me in that one. Okay, we'll get to the Celtic and Falkirk game after we have a wee word on that, John. We're going to do the preview of that, obviously. Sorry, John, you want to say something?
No, not really. I was thinking though, Falkirk. Was it last week thumping Hibs 4-1? That's why I don't fancy Hibs' chances. I think Hibs are poor on odds, Xander.
Yeah, that's it, John. I think Falkirk really are a team on form. We're going to have to be very wary of them on Sunday, John. We'll continue with this just now. Ayr United against Raith Rovers. Brownie watch.
Raith Rovers 2-1.
1-0 to Ayr United. And Dunfermline, Lenny watch against Airdrie.
Lenny win 3-0. No, 3-1.
Right, I will say, I'm not too sure. I'm going to go with Lenny. 1-0 to Dunfermline in that one. Okay, John, I'll do that for just now. Let's get into the news and the gossip and the rumours. Good luck with that, by the way, John, because the games are kicking off in about a minute. So, good luck with that. Stuttgart in the playoff round, John. In the round of 32, even if you like, whatever you want to call it. Well, call it what you like. It's Europe after January anyway for us, John. It's Europe well into February for Celtic. The playoff rounds, what do you think of that, Stuttgart, John? Obviously, we played them the last time we got to the final of the UEFA Cup, way back in 2003. We played Stuttgart and the road to Seville. We've got them again, John. That's not going to be easy. German giant Stuttgart.
No, it's never going to be easy playing any German team for Celtic. We've not got a great record against German teams, let's be honest. But look, when we played them back in the day, we had a far better side than what we've got now.
Of course, that goes without saying. I think our defence is letting us down drastically just now. We're going to have a wee word on that. That's now 40 goals conceded for Kasper Schmeichel. It is a heck of a lot of goals for Celtic to concede, and we're still in January, John. It was another 2 added to the pot against Utrecht. We'll get to a wee word on Utrecht as well in a wee minute. We've got a lot to catch up to do, haven't we, John, the Utrecht game. But just wee snippets of news. There's still clubs sniffing around, and Tenecte, John, £11 million or €13 million, whatever you want to call it. Hamburg interested in Tenecte, John, but I think the club are holding out because we need players in the door before we can sell anybody.
We can't sell players right now. Celtic are not in a position to sell any players unless it's deadwood, and there's quite a few lumps of deadwood at Celtic. But I think with Sirachi being back, I think he links up really well with Tenecte. I think they make the left-hand side absolute fire. I can't wait till Sirachi comes back. I don't know if he's going to be a regular starter right enough. No, straight away anyway. But no, Celtic won't be looking to sell Tenecte right now. That he won't be sold in this window. I can't see it.
Yeah, time will tell. There's only another day to go in the transfer window, so we'll wait and see what happens. But as we said weeks ago, John, we don't think we're going to be signing anybody else, and it's certainly looking that way. We might be lucky to get one over the line. Let's hope it's 2 or 3 quality players over the line, because we definitely need, fresh blood into the club, John, because we really are struggling just now. I mean, the bench against Utrecht was very weak, although in the actual did return, John. It was good to see him back on the park. But as regards to the rest, John, your Dane Murrays, your James Forrests of this world, your Bernardos, who by the way looks totally lost at Celtic now. I just think the bench is far too weak just now.
It is very weak. I think Bernardo, he is a good player. I like Bernardo. I just think he's not had anywhere near enough time on the park to make any kind of contribution. Nigrin as well, he's not contributing much to the team in a sense, getting stuck into stuff, creating stuff. But he is a top goal scorer. I find that very odd that a guy like him that scored so many goals contributes very, very little to the team outside the all-important goals that he scores.
Yeah, that's right. He's a top goal scorer. He's there for the tap-ins, and John, he scored a lovely free kick. He's there to put the ball in the net. And I suppose, if he continues to do that, we'll be happy. But as you say, no flying tackles, no beautiful spread passes across the fields, no through balls to strikers, all that kind of stuff. I know exactly what you're saying, John. He needs to get more involved in the actual open play. But as long as he's scoring goals, we will be happy with that, John, because he's practically the only one that's scoring goals just now, if you know what I mean. He's the top scorer, as you say. And there's wee dribs and drabs of goals round about. Dyson, he's not been the player he was the last few seasons. He's not scoring as many goals. Then you've got Callum McGregor not scoring as many goals. We don't have any strikers at the club, so they're not scoring any goals. So we're hoping Big Iniacho can come in, and the new boy Quinchara can contribute to more goals throughout the team. I mean, we are getting quite a few goals with defenders, such as the so that's not too bad. But no, we need these forward players to be scoring goals. Your Tenecte, John, doesn't score enough. Dyson doesn't score enough. Yang doesn't score enough, although he does score a few goals on. He has popped up with 1 or 2, hasn't he? So he has. How many goals he scored? 6 or something this season, something like that. It's not too bad for a player that wasn't getting a game, I suppose. Right, John, that's enough of that. Don't I go through any of these rumours that are flying absolutely everywhere? We talk about things that are just about over the line or they've already signed, John. That's when we'll talk about it. Not interested in rumours. That's for the summer term when there's absolutely nothing happening. There's no football. We will talk about rumours.
Well, I've been checking up all day. There's still nothing cast iron. Still absolutely nothing. You get the usual people putting on rumours, and you get the usual ones putting on, talking about Brendan Rodgers in Saudi Arabia, who's interested. Seriously, I mean, I like that wee guy, but why is it every single day Brendan Rodgers this, Brendan Rodgers that. Who cares? Brendan Rodgers is away, mate. Let it go. Nobody's interested in Saudi Arabia or Brendan Rodgers now. It's gone. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go, exactly. Yeah, we want Celtic news. We don't want Saudi Arabian news. We just want to hear it. Right, John, let's get on to a wee quick word on the Utrecht game. Celtic 4, Utrecht 2. It was decent first half, very decent first half, in fact. Then a bit nervy when they scored their 2 goals as well, John. Very nervy, in fact. You know, you're thinking, what the heck is going on here? 3-0 up, then we concede 2 sloppy goals. Defence is absolutely pathetic just now. Another 2 goals conceded. You look at Utrecht, John, right? They only conceded 3 goals in the entire Europa League. 3 goals, scored 3 goals in the entire Europa League. And then they scored 2 against Celtic. That just goes to show how fragile our defence actually is.
How fragile our keeper actually is, you mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm looking at the 2 goals, and I look at the goals. Schmeichel, any decent keeper would have got to both of them.
Yeah, well, 40 goals conceded for Kasper Schmeichel, John. It is a lot of goals, considering there's still, 19, 20 games left in this. In fact, maybe even more. We are running Europe, but so many games left in this season, John. We've already conceded 40 goals in all competitions. And I know the defence has got a lot to do with that. We understand that, but it's far too many for a club like Celtic.
Of course it is. It's far too many. Look, the whole defence needs rethinking. The goalkeeper's got to go for a start. He's past it. Kasper Schmeichel has passed it. That first goal, he just stood in his line, never moved. And that was from, 25 yards out?
Yeah.
All that time to see that. And he just stands there as if he's doing a crossword. And the second one, what a finish that was from that boy Blake. That wee guy was outstanding. I liked him. He was a crack wee player. What a strike that was from how far out was he? 35 yards?
Yeah.
Angle of the goal, angle of the box, leathers it. Schmeichel's got to be doing better than that, Xander. I could have got that one. I could have caught that.
Yeah, he's got to have that covered, John. And he really has. That was quite poor for Schmeichel. We don't want to be picking on him because he does pull off a lot of decent saves, but, the stats speak for themselves there, I suppose, John. We just need. I think there was a couple of rumours about another goalkeeper coming to the club as well. But Sunday night will tell us a lot where we will be at come midnight on Sunday, John. I've got to admit, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to Sunday. This transfer window closing, and there's still nobody over the line. The fans will not be happy, will they?
Definitely not. I think it's Tuesday it shuts, Sander.
Is it England that shuts on Sunday? Right, okay. Is it later up here? Is it?
It was because I was listening to the, like I says, before you got in touch with me there, I was listening to the Utrecht the commentary on BBC, and he mentioned it's Tuesday. So there's still a few days left, but I wanted players in for this Falkirk game, to be honest with you, because the team's fragile, isn't it?
It's too fragile. Although that was a decent performance against Utrecht, John. It really was good, wasn't it? It was especially that first half. That seems to be our season. One good half, one bad half. I mean, even against the Rangers, it was a one good half, one bad half. It seems to be happening all season long, and it's still happening under Martin. So Martin will get that drilled out of the squad, John, if he gets a few of his own players in. That's a guarantee. You can guarantee that. But there you go, Martin and Neil, John, still unbeaten, and both his spells domestically since he's came back.
Aye, still unbeaten, but he's up against it the more because I think Falkirk are a cracking wee team. They really are a good team. We really need to be careful with them. Yeah,
that's it. And of course, anybody we sign as well, John. If we do sign anybody on before the 2nd of February, the window closes at 7 p.m. on the 2nd of February. If you get anybody in before then, they will be eligible to play in the Europa League knockout stages, John, and of course Kvanchara and the right back. Can't remember the boy's name. He'll be eligible to play it as well, John. Both of them.
Aye, well, this is
Arijo, yeah.
Aye, he's available to play after this, after the transfer window closes. So, it'll be good to see them getting a chance, but we still need a lot more added to it. I was looking at John McGlynn's comments, by the way, about the Falkirk game. There's no Green Brigade, and that helps. That helps a lot. John McGlynn thinks that he's looking to cause an upset. Where's all this kind of talk when they go to Ibrox?
Or even at home.
Yeah, why is it when it comes to Celtic, these guys always come out with stupid comments like that?
Yeah, of course. That's because they know Celtic are quite weak and fragile just now. So they know they've got a chance. We're conceding goals right, left, and centre. On average, John, we're conceding 2 goals a game. That has to end now.
It does. And like I said earlier, when it start getting the defence sorted, that's the first thing that Celtic need to sort. And this transfer window, I know it's closed in a couple of days, but like the defence is terrible. I mean, Trusty's good at winning the ball in the air. He's good for a goal from a corner as well now and again, Trusty. And I do like Trusty. Sometimes I think he has cranking games. And other times you're watching him and you're thinking, what's he going to do wrong that's going to give the team, the opposition, a goal here? He's always got that huge error in him when you're watching him. And I do like him. I think he's a half-decent defender. But I certainly don't. His name's a bit kind of, I don't trust the guy. I don't trust him, Trusty. But I think he is half-decent. He just needs to get the stupid mistakes out of his game. But we need to iron out the defence. Look, we've still got Alistair Johnson to come back. I don't know when he'll be back. Probably the end of February or something. Alistair Johnson, once he comes back, we've got Srirachi back in training now. Don't know if he'll start against Falkirk. Good chance. So my strongest defence right now for Celtic is Alistair Johnson and Srirachi as the fullbacks. Liam Scales. But Trusty, sorry, I just don't trust the guy.
Yeah, it seems to save his best for European games and is very sloppy in the domestic fixtures, John. That's the way I look at Big Trusty, a decent big defender, bringing to score a few goals as well now from corner kicks, so that's good to see as well. But yeah, he's got to iron out the clumsiness in the domestic game, John. I totally agree with that as well. And that is why Martin O'Neill is looking at centre-backs as well.
Aye, we definitely need another couple of centre-backs in. Look, the team needs a lot. It needs a lot. It really does. It needs another winger, and maybe another couple of wingers. It needs another central midfielder, somebody that can go forward, win the ball in the centre of the park. That kind of player. Definitely need another goalkeeper. That team needs a lot spent on it, Xander. I know we've got decent players there, but there's too much fragility, especially in defence. I know you should be defending from the front as well. Yang doesn't do much to defend either when he gets back. I think he's quite poor at that there as well. The same with Tenecti. I think he's poor at getting back and defending. So there is players that we need that can defend better. And I'm not just talking about the fullbacks and the centre halves and the goalkeeper. I'm talking about the wingers as well, who traditionally for Celtic get back and defend. I think the ones that are playing right now, they're not up to the job.
Yeah, exactly, John. We don't defend as a team. We really don't. You're right, John. You're bang on. All right, we'll leave it there. Let's get into the Falkirk game then. Let's have a wee word on that. In fact, just one more wee thing, John. Colombo again. One more thing before we go to the Falkirk game. I wanted a wee quick word on the Utrecht fans. I thought they brought a brilliant performance. No performance, atmosphere, sorry. Performance as well, I suppose. They were quite good actually. But then when the cameras in and you saw the Rangers tops, John, and the Rangers flags in amongst their fans, and then I thought, yeah, good, 3-0. Boom, take some of that, John. So, yeah, that love for the supporters and their atmosphere, what they brought to Celtic Park, John, quickly went when I started seeing the Rangers stuff in the crowd. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I've seen the camera going out of the crowd, but I wasn't aware of any Sevco stuff at all. I wasn't really paying any attention, to be honest with you. But look, this happens, doesn't it? Sometimes you get European fans coming to Celtic Park with the Celtic's rivals' flags and tops and stuff, and you get the same at Ibrox as well. You get the away fans with the Celtic stuff, so that does happen. But that's good. Both of them took a right thumping on the night, didn't they? Utrecht and the Sevco.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's right. And by the way, John, I've not even looked at the predictor. Did we do a midweek predictor? I think we did. It was only one. It was only the Rangers game, in fact. And none. In fact, did I say?
You got that right? Yeah.
All right, that's good. So what does that make it then in the score? It doesn't matter. We'll do that on Monday, John. We'll sort all that out on Monday when we add this weekend's predictor on. Okay, right, John. Falkirk. what a tough game this is going to be. It really is. Them coming to Celtic Park, they're on form, just beat Hibs 4-1. Very convincing win against the High Bees. They're up there in the top 6. They're absolutely flying, John. We can't take anything for granted here. We hear, John, we need to go out and do a brilliant professional job against them if we're going to get the 3 points. It's not going to be easy. Of course, Martin will have the players well drilled. I was looking at the defence, John. You said that, you know, your hope Sriracha is back. I hope Sriracha is back as well, John, because obviously we've no Trusty in this game, so hoping it would be Scales and possibly put Scales over to the right. And Kieran Tierney, left centre back, John, and Sriracha on the left back position, with whoever's going to be out on the right, or whoever, John. But for me, I think Tierney's got to step in there with Scalesy and Sriracha if he's fit. Failing that, it's going to have to be Big Dane Murray in the centre back position.
I think it will be Dane Murray, and I think it'll be Kieran Tierney. I think because Sriracha's just back, he might bring him on for 20 minutes at the end or something like that. So I think it's going to be Dane Murray's. And look, I really don't know what's going on in Martin O'Neill's mind, but I think it'll be Dane Murray with Liam Scales in his normal position, and Araujo and Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, it's because of the big man suspended. It is a bit of a headache, isn't it? Suspensions and injuries right through the full team, and that's been the case all season. So we're actually doing okay considering, John, flying that flag for Scotland in Europe. We're doing okay on that front. But we need to, time is running out, we need to get the form sorted out in the league. And as you say, John, traditionally, that was a good word you used earlier, but traditionally, Celtic get stronger in the run-in to the end of the league season. John, we do get stronger near the run-in.
Definitely. Look, the result in midweek would help. Be a bit of confidence. It's another win under the belt. So that always helps. We have to put that, a string of wins together yet. We need that string of wins, like maybe 5-6 wins in a row. Obviously, what is it left? 14 games is it left? Is it? I think it is.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
15, 15, whatever it is. We need to win every single one of them. And this is a big game against Falkirk. It really, really is. And like you say there, traditionally, Celtic are quite strong at the end of the season. We tend to push on and put a wee string of wins together. And I think that will happen. But look, we've got to get past Falkirk first, because they are a form team. I watched them against Hibs. They were absolutely outstanding, cracking wee team. They gave us a hell of a hard time the last time we played them. We only beat them 1-0. Falkirk should have won that game. They should have been 3 up in the first 15 minutes or something, for what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So McGlynn's got them playing really well. They are the form team right now, and we need to be really, really careful. They won't offer Celtic as much space as what Utrecht did. It'll be a different type of game. There'll be a lot of long balls aimed at that shoddy defence that we've got. That'll be the plan. Hearts have did the same thing. Rangers did the same thing. Every team does the same thing. They know the Celtic defence is shoddy. They know Kasper Schmeichel right now is shoddy. So it'll all be long balls. And I'm sure Mark O'Neill knows that. We all know that. But the only way to stop that is keep possession of the ball. Stop giving it away cheaply. Because Celtic give the ball away far too cheaply right now. Guys like Nygren and Engels and all that. We need to cut that out of the game and start keeping the ball. And that way Falkirk they won't be offered as much chance to get the ball long,
Yeah, that's it, John. That's it. 2 minutes, far too many mistakes, especially in that midfield. How many times do we just pass the ball right directly out the park? That has to stop immediately, John. But Martin, he's a top-class manager. He just doesn't have that level of player he's looking for yet. We do understand that Celtic are the champions, and most of the boys put in a brilliant performance last season. But that was last season, John. This season, we're just not been at the races at all. Up until now, anyway, John. But we're still in touching distance. But 6 points behind at this stage is pretty poor, John. Let's be honest. Drawing with Hearts last weekend. I know we were robbed of that 2 points, but we could have, I think we could have put in a better performance against Hearts, let's be honest. Dropping points right, left and centre, dropping points against Rangers at Celtic Park, this kind of stuff. We just hope we can kick on and put in a run of games as of now, John. All right, odds for this one: 1-3 Celtic, very similar to the Utrecht game. This 5-1 the draw and 17-2 the win for Falkirk, John. I'll make that roughly 8-1, just over the 8-1. The exact same odds as the Utrecht game. So we're hoping for a similar result with no goals conceded. Clearly, David Dickinson, he's the referee for this one. He's another dreadful referee. But John, we do have options up front now. We have Quintana there, who's just signed, and Iniacho, who's back to full fitness, John. So it looks as though we've got a couple of options in the striker position.
Aye. I don't know who will start this one up front, to be honest with you, but that's they're keeping the odds quite close, by the way, for Falkirk, 8-1. Normally you see teams come to Celtic Park, the odds are like 18-1. But Falkirk are a form team. They really, really are a form team. They're really good. There's the wee guy, Lisa, I like him. I was watching him playing against Hibs and Celtic. I was thinking, this wee guy's a cracking wee player. So we need to be careful. They've got a lot of really fast, decent players. The long ball will be getting hit, Xander. Make no mistake about it. They'll be hitting it down the flanks. That's what they do, Falkirk, and they do it very well. So this is why I'm thinking it might be a game for Sriracha to start. Because he's got the pace to deal with that. And Diza Maida, he's going to start on the flank this time. So we'll talk about that in the lineups.
Yeah, let's talk about it now then, John. What is your starting lineup? I don't have a Falkirk one, John. I don't have that at hand. So it's direct to the Celtic starting, predicted starting 11 for you, John. I don't know. Defence is the hardest one here. I think the rest of the team picks itself. Although we do have, two options as striker and Iniacho and Finchara. So that'll be 50-50 who starts that one. It'll probably be the new boy. We paid a lot of money for him, so it'll probably be Finchara. I think Tenecte will drop out because there's interest in him leaving. Interested from Hamburg, John, leaving Celtic. So I think it will be Dyson starting. And the usual ones, Yang, Niger and blah, 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 John. But what do you think, John? What's your predicted starting 11 for Celtic against Falkirk on Sunday?
I don't think Tenecte will be gone this window. I definitely don't. And then again, on the other side of the coin, this board, they're good at taking money. They're not good at spending it, are they?
Exactly. There's going to be a lot of angry people, John. Of course, I didn't realise it was Tuesday at 7 o'clock. The window closes. I thought it was Sunday at midnight. So I think that's England that happens. I'm not sure. I just heard it was Sunday midnight. But you're right, John, it's Tuesday. So it gives us that extra couple of days, I suppose, to get some bodies in the door.
Aye, it does. We'll wait and see anyway. We can't talk about that right now because there's nobody in to talk about. So let's get on with the lineup.
Yeah,
Schmeichel will start this. I don't know why. Sinisalo's I can say it every time I predict a lineup. Why is Sinisalo not in the starting lineup? But it will be Schmeichel with Dane Murray and Liam Scales. I think it'll be Kieran Tierney on the left. And I think it'll be Arijo on the right. Centre of the park will be the usual suspects in the centre of the park. Callum McGregor with Rio Hatate. And, well, I don't know right enough. I'll pick McGregor, Hatate and Arnie Engels for this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe hard that because of Nygren's goal return. I maybe go for Nygren instead of Engels. So McGregor, Nygren and Hatate.
Yeah.
Up front, I think this one kind of picks itself, kind of. I think it'll be Dyson on the left, his favourite position. With Banchera through the middle. And it's got to be Yang on the right.
Yeah, it's got to be Yang. He's actually picked up his form a wee bit, but he's still not the quality I think we need out there on the right-hand side. He's a brilliant wee player. I like him, does a lot of good stuff. What a goal against the Rangers as well. But I think we are looking at wingers just now as well, John. So that tells you everything you need to know there. Also, for me, it's going to be Nygren, Engels, and McGregor, John. I think Engels has picked his form up slightly under Martin again. He's doing okay. But yeah, I think it'll be the three. I think Hatate, he is really off for him, John. So I think he will drop out. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens on Sunday. We can only guess. It's just a predicted lineup. Remember, folks, don't people come out in the comments saying, you got it wrong, because it's just a prediction. Right, John, score predictor time for that big league table. On your left-hand side there, 3 points up for grabs for the big prize at the end of the season, which is getting closer and closer, by the way, at the end of the season. Oh no, we're in January still. February is only a day away. So the season ends in May, so there's only a few months to go in the season. But it's to win that prize if you're top at the end of the season, John. So you can't win the prize, obviously. I can't win the prize if any one of us finish top. It's whoever finishes below us, if we are top, would get the prize, John. So, and the prize is various Celtic goodies, if anybody's interested. Various Celtic stuff there in a box, ready to be posted away. Celtic Falkirk, John, a wee guess off you for this one. I don't know, because Falkirk just beat Hibs 4-1. They've got goals in the team. They've got goals all over their team, actually. They're very fast, they're very pacey, they're very physical. They're just a good wee team, John. But at Celtic Park, where we play some really nice football. Look at the Utrecht game where we're dominant in that first half, John. We're hoping for the same against Falkirk. What's your score prediction, buddy?
Aye, well, it's a tough one to call. By the way, Hitate's the only one in the centre of the park that can actually spray the passes. He's good at that. He is really good at that, spraying the passes about. But what he's bad at is losing possession of the ball. He does that far too much for my liking. Anyway, that's by the by. That's just my two bobs worth on Hatate. And the big league table, I says at the start of the season, if I finished on 18 points, I'd be more than happy with that. I'm almost there. I'm on 15. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's it, John. It's but not being as flying as much as we did last season, where we were getting one every couple of weeks, right? But that's all down to the results, Celtic results, conceding 2 goals a game and things like that. So bear in that in mind, folks, when you're putting your guess in to the comment section, we're averaging 2 goals a game just this season, John. So or 1.5, something like that, 1.5 goals per game this season. We're averaging. So I don't know if that's going to affect your prediction, John. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking Celtic will win this one. I think it will be a hard-fought game, though. I don't think Falkirk, they're not going to sit and let Celtic dictate the game. That's not going to happen. They'll be closing Celtic players down. But I think Celtic will be up for this one. I think they know there's no much time left in the league to get this over the line. I fancy Celtic now domestically to go on a wee run of form. Although we've got some tough games coming up. Rangers at Ibrox, that's going to be a tough one right after playing Stuttgart away, you know. So it's going to be tough. But I think we're going to put a wee run of wins together. I'm going to say we'll start this run of wins tomorrow, hopefully with a 2-0 win.
Yeah. I was going to give the clean sheet 3-0, but I'm going to go 3-1. Actually, I'm going to change my mind, John, because I don't know what a clean sheet is just and I don't think we're going to sign anybody before the game that's going to just step right into the team. So I'm going to say the 3-1 to Celtic. Either way, John, 2-0, 3-1, doesn't matter. 3 points, as you say, and we take it for there, going a wee run, a wee 10-game run. That'd be lovely. And we'll take it for there. Right, John. That's it. That does it. That'll be us for today. Just a wee short one, a wee 35-minute podcast today, folks. Just get your guesses in, remember, for the game. Celtic versus Falkirk. One guess each into the comments. Good luck with that, everybody. We sum up for you, John. What's your wee final sum up for this game on Sunday?
Just go out and win as usual, isn't it? It's at Celtic Park. We're going to still missing the Green Brigade, of course. It makes me sick that every time I watch the game, I can see that big green tarpaulin in the corner. This board need to get their act together. There's guys like McGlynn coming out and saying, "Oh, they're missing. We're going to be right up for this. We'll make sure it's hell and all that." I don't. That wasn't his exact words, by the way. Something like that. But that's gained teams' confidence as well. You know, there's no Green Brigade there.
No, I know what you're saying, John. We need that Green Brigade in there as soon as possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. That, you know how stubborn the board are, John. They're absolutely pathetic when it comes to things like that. Get the fans into the stadium. They deserve to be there. They pay their money. Every club has incidents with their fans, John. Every single club up and down the country. So get them back into the stadium and get that brilliant atmosphere back into the stadium. You're bang on. Right, John, we'll call it a day there, right? Thanks for coming on, buddy. Good luck with your predictors. Good luck, everybody, with a predictor. In fact, hit that like button, hit that share button. Subscribe also, that would be nice. Thank you very much. Subscriptions are going up nicely. Views are going up nicely as well. Things are looking okay for the channel just now. We appreciate everybody that subscribes. We appreciate everybody that views and hits that like button as well. Thank you very much indeed. We'll catch you all on Monday. Thanks for coming on, John. Catch you Monday.
Catch you Monday, Xander. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail, John. Catch you later.